bad news, and I got some good news. So first, the bad news. Well, the bad news is this week I fell off the low-carb bandwagon. But the good news is it only lasted for a day. Let me tell you what happened. Every year on Christmas Eve we go down to Miami from Fort Lauderdale here to go to my sister-in-law's Christmas party, and we always stay overnight. So last Monday, being New Year's Eve, we went down there, had a nice time, but there was one thing I forgot to bring. See that? Crave Stop. I forgot. But at the time, when I realized that I forgot to bring it, I didn't think it was a big deal. Well, guess what? It was a big deal. Because although Christmas Eve I was fine, the next day, without my capsule of Crave Stop, the carb cravings came roaring back. And I mean, in a big, big way. I mean, like by noontime, like I started taking little dips with tortilla chips, you know, in the salsa. But that was taking too long. Finally, I just picked up the entire plastic bags and just, you know, forget about the salsa. I just need those carbs. I mean, it was bad. Like, okay, so my sister-in-law serves me beef tips on rice for around lunchtime, or early, about, I'd say 1 in the afternoon. I mean, like, here, I'm like this. I'm like, oh, I got to be careful. Just the beef tips. I don't eat rice. You know, rice is heavy carbs. Forget that. You know, like I can't stand it any longer. Oh, this box of chocolate that we brought for the children. That's very nice, except for one thing. The kids don't get it. I'm eating it. Oh, thank you, Marisol. You got a whole key lime pie. Well, just let me have a little slice. Just cut off a little slice. Yeah, just nice and thin. Just because, you know, even though I've got carb cravings, I got to be careful. So just cut a nice little slice. Okay, that's for you and the children. That's for me. I'm eating the rest. Oh my God, it was unbelievable. It was like, do you remember that movie, that science fiction movie, Forbidden Planet? One of the best science fiction movies of all time. I mean, considering it was made in 1956, and the special effects, remember that? The monster from the Id? Well, that was me, except I was the carb monster from the Id. You know, my inner, you know, not having the suppression of carb cravings with the Crave Stop, it just unleashed something in me. So, as you can imagine, on the way home, it started hitting me like, oh my God, I probably had more carbs on Christmas Day than I had the entire 6 weeks period previous put together. So I'm feeling really bad. We got home the next day on the 26th. No, wait. No, it was the 25th. We got home on Christmas Day, and the next morning, the 26th, oh, I really dreaded it. I stepped on the scale, and yes, it was very, very depressing. And I said, okay, that's it. I'm taking a fast day. This is definitely the 26th Tuesday. I'm sorry, Wednesday the 26th is definitely a fast day. I'm not eating a thing. Now, normally during fast days, I call it almost fast days, is what it really is I have a little bite to eat, like a little salad with some tuna. I consider that fasting, but you know what? I was so depressed over that gain of weight that it was an absolute fast day. The only thing I had was coffee that day, coffee and water. That was it. And I wanted to punish myself too because I felt so bad. The good news is that that day as soon as I took the Crave Stop again, I did not have any carb cravings. So anyway, the next day I wake up. It's Wednesday now, the 27th, the morning of the 27th, and I get on a scale and I says, please let me just lose some of the weight. Just let me lose. I'd be happy with 3 pounds. 3 pounds. If I had lost 3 pounds, I would have been overjoyed. So I step on the scale, and what I saw was so unbelievable that I had to step on it 2 more times just to verify that I saw what I saw. And I'm going to tell you what I saw. And if you don't believe me, I completely understand it, because what I'm about to tell you is so unbelievable, I couldn't believe it myself. Old PJ stepped on that scale, and I had lost in one day, 8 pounds. You heard me right, 8 pounds in a day. Now, the strange thing is on Wednesday while I was fasting, the only exercise I did was about 1 hour of walking. That was it. And I think, oh yeah, I think I did some jumping jacks. And that was it. I mean, you know what? I don't even think I did the jumping jacks. It was just basically 1 hour of walking. And yet, I lost 8 pounds. So, like I say, if you don't believe me, I understand it. But I'm going to tell you what. I'm going to put this challenge out there. If anybody watching or anybody that you know in South Florida area is a polygraph operator, I will willingly take up a polygraph test. They can ask me if from from the morning of December 26th to the morning of December 27th, if I had lost 8 pounds. And I'll broadcast that. I'll actually broadcast the polygraph test. And you know what? I've never taken one before. I think to take a lie detector test would be fun. But honestly, I did do that, and I am willing to take the polygraph test and record it from the cameras. If I can get a polygraph operator to administer the test, I'll show that. So anyway, that also showed me. The other thing that was unbelievable was just how good this Crave Stop is. I mean, if you take it, it's like you just don't have really any desire. It's not that carbs repulse you, it's just you don't have the desire for it. But if you don't take it, it's going to come roaring. Your carb cravings are going to come roaring back in a really, really big way. So if any of you out there are taking Crave Stop, don't stop taking it. Take it at least once a day or twice. The best time is I take it before about half an hour, 20 to 30 minutes before breakfast. Sometimes I take it before supper, but I actually find that one pill a lot of times will just work for the entire day. So, but if you stop, you heard what happened with me. So that's all for now. And again, if you're a polygraph operator or know somebody that is, get in touch with me. I'll be very willing to take that polygraph test. 8 pounds in one day. How many of you would be happy to lose that in 1 week? Well, I lost that in 1 day. In fact, a lot of people out there would be happy to lose that in 1 month. So anyway, this is old PJ, and talk to you guys later.